My dear viewers, now discuss summary. After then, the many types of question answer, that is true, false, fill in the blanks, choose the kind of sun, definition term, different types, and question answer. Okay. At first discuss the change. The conversion of any substance from one from to another. Next, types of changes. Many types of changes, that is natural changes. Changes that occur in nature are known as the natural changes. For example, growth of plant or a baby. Now show the how to grow the plant. This is an example of natural changes. Okay. Next, changes, that is artificial changes. Changes that are made to happen or causes by human activities are known as artificial changes. That is example of cooking of food. Okay. Next, changes, that is the example of fast changes. Changes that take place in a very short period of time are known as the fast change. That is example burning of mistakes. Okay. Next, changes, slow changes. That is changes that take place over a long period of time are known as slow changes. Example, growth of a baby into an adult. Show the picture. Okay. Next, changes, reversible changes. Changes that can be reversed. Okay. That is, you can get back the original substance by changing the conditions that brought about the change are known as a reversible change. Example, melting of ice. Okay, show the picture, melting of ice. Next, changes, that is irreversible changes. Changes that cannot be reversed. That is, you cannot get back the original substance by changing the condition that brought about the change are known as irreversible changes. Example, cooking of food, rusting of iron. Okay. Next, changes, that is periodic changes. Okay. Changes that repeat after a fixed interval of time are known as the periodic changes. For example, change of season. Okay, that is winter, spring, summer, autumn. This is the change of season. Okay. Next, changes, non-periodic changes. Changes that not repeat after a fixed interval of time and can occur anytime are known as non-periodic changes. That is example occurrence of cyclone. That is the one type of non-periodic changes. Okay. Next changes, exothermic changes, creating the temperature. Okay. That is changes is in which there is release of energy in the form of heat are known as exothermic changes. Okay. Example, burning of fuels. Okay. Next changes, endothermic changes. Changes in which there is absorption of energy in the form of heat that is known as endo- endothermic changes. For example, cooking of food. For the example, okay. Next changes, desirable changes. Changes that are useful to us are known as the desirable changes. For example, cooking of food, reviving of fruits, blooming of flower, etc. So the picture, blooming of flower, it is the desirable changes. Okay. Next changes, undesirable changes. Changes that are harmful to us are known as the undesirable changes. Example, rotting of fruits, vegetables, soil erosion, rusting of iron. So the picture, rusting of iron. Okay. Next example, that is the explain that there is a physical change. Change in ways no new substance are formed are known as the physical changes. For example, folding of paper, cutting of iron rod into pieces, evaporation and condensation of the substance. Show the picture, folding of paper, one type of the physical change. Okay. Next changes, chemical changes. Changes in which new substance are found are known as chemical changes. Example, rotting of fruit and vegetables, cooking of food and baking of cake, burning of paper, etc. Show the picture, chemical change, burning of paper. Okay.
My dear viewers, today discuss physical and chemical changes based on ICSE Class 8 Part 2. Part 2 discuss only for very short type question answer, but before the Part 1 based in physical and chemical changes only for the summary. To take the Part 1 link, please show the decision box. At first discuss write T for true and F for false. Growth of fingernails is an example of a first change. That is, statement is false. Next, changes that occur in nature are called natural changes. This statement is true. Next, irreversible change is a temporary change. This statement is false. Next, soil erosion is a desirable change. Statement false. Next, burning of matchstick is a first change. Statement is true. Next, all change in nature are reversible. That is false. Okay. Next question, question number 7. In physical change, physical property of a substance is change. This statement is true. Next, question number 8. Evaporation is a physical change. This statement true. Okay. Next question, change in temperature is the only feature of a chemical change. This statement is false. Next, question number 10. During a chemical change, new products are formed. This statement is true. Next question. Germination of seed is an example of a slow change. This statement true. Next question. Question number 12. Cutting of tree is an artificial change. Statement true. Next question, question number 13. Cyclones occur periodically. Statement false. Next question, withering of leaves is an irreversible change. This statement true. Next question, occurrence of landslides is a periodic change. This statement false. Next question 16. In a physical change, the chemical property of a substance change. That is statement false. Next question number 17. Sublimation is an example of a physical change. This statement true. Next question number 18. Rotting of vegetables is an example of a chemical change. This statement true. Okay. Next question pattern change. That is the next question fill in the blanks. Now question number 1. Cutting down of tree each a or an dash change. Answer artificial change. Question number 2. Dash is a physical change. Answer boiling of water. Okay. Next question number 3. All chemical changes are dash changes. That is permanent change. Okay. That is the right word. That is answer permanent. Next question number 4. Curdling of milk is a dash change. Answer chemical. That is chemical change. Next question number 5. A precipitate is an dash solid that form during a chemical reaction. Answer fill in the proper word insoluble. Next question number 6. Germination of seed is a dash change. Answer slow change. That is slow. Next question number 7. The products of A or N dash change are harmful and unpleasant. Answer undesirable. Next question. The changes in which there is release of heat energy are called dash changes. Exothermic. That is exothermic changes. Next question number 9. If the chemical property of a substance remain unchanged but its shape change, it is a dash change. That is physical change. Physical. Okay. Next question number 10. A new products formed in a chemical change show dash property. New property. That is new. Next question number 11. In physical changes, the energy change dash minimal. That is minimum. Okay. Next question number 12. That is the process in which a solid gets converted into its liquid state when heated is known as melting. Next question number 13. The process of evaporation takes place at a temperature below the point of the liquid. Answer boiling. Okay. Next question number 14. Change that repeat after a fixed interval of time are known as dash changes. That is periodic changes. Periodic. Change the question pattern. Choose the correct for each of the following. Okay. Question number 1. Which of the following is a reversible change? Option 1. Melting of wax. Option 2. Boiling of vegetables. Option 3. Baking the biscuits. Option 4. Frying of food product. Answer melting of wax. Okay. Next question. Which of the following is a periodic change? Option cyclone. Option 2. Phase of moon. Option 3. Accident. Option 4. Tsunami. Option 2. Phase of moon. Next question. Which of these is A. Physical change. Rusting of iron. Option 2. Burning of paper. Option 3. Folding of paper. Option 4. Cooking of food. Answer 3 option, that is folding of paper, is the right answer. Okay. Next question, question number 4. Identify the characteristics of a chemical change. Option 1. Change in both physical and chemical properties. No new products are formed. Temporary and reversible. Energy change in minimum. That is, answer 1 is the right answer. That is, change in both physical and chemical changes. Okay. Next question, question number 5. Which of the following is a chemical properties? Option 1, boiling point. Option 2, textures. Option 3, pH. Option 4, mass. Option 3, pH is the right answer. Okay. Next question, question number 6. Which of the following is not an indication of chemical change? Option 1, change in color. Option 2, change in shape. Option 3, change in temperature. Option 4, change in odor. Answer 2 is the right answer, that is change in shape. Okay. Next question, question number 7. Which of the following statements is correct? Option 1. Mostly chemical changes are reversible. Volume is a chemical property of a substance. Rusting of iron is an example for physical change. Option 4. A precipitate is the insoluble solid that forms during the chemical reaction. Okay, that is, option 4 is the right answer. That is, a precipitate is the insoluble solid that forms during the chemical reaction. Okay. Next question, question number 8. Which of the following is not an irreversible change? That is, melting of oats, boiling of vegetables, baking of biscuits, frying of food product. That is the answer, melting of oats. Next question, burning of petrol is an example of change. Option 1, physical. Option 2, endothermic. Option 3, exothermic. Option 4, none of these. Option 3, that is exothermic, is the right answer. Next question, digestion. Digestion of food is an example of dash change. Physical change, reversible change, chemical change, undesirable change. That is undesirable change. Next question pattern, classify the following changes as physical and chemical. Number 1, beating aluminium to make foil. Sublimation of camphor. Formation of water vapor. Making pickle from amla. Heating of an iron rod to soften it. Burning of paper. Rusting. Melting of ice. Evaporation. Cooking of food. The physical change include the substance, that is the example, beating aluminium to making foil, sublimation of camphor, formation of water vapor, heating of an iron rod into soften it, melting of ice, evaporation, all the physical change. Next, chemical change included the changes making pickle from amla, burning of paper, rusting, cooking of food. Next question pattern, give an example each of the following. Number 1, natural change. First, number 2, first change. Number 3, non-periodic change. Number 4, undisable change. Number 5, reversible change. Answer, natural change example, growth of plant or a baby. Number 2, first change, burning of matchsticks. Number 3, non-periodic change, occurrence of cyclones. Number 4, undesirable change, example rotting of fruits and vegetables, soil erosion, rusting of iron, etc. Reversible, example melting of ice. Now discuss, define the following term. Question number A, desirable changes. Changes that are useful to us are known as desirable changes. Example, cooking of food, repairing of fruits, blooming of flower, etc. Next, exothermic changes. Changes in which there is release of energy in the form of heat are known as exothermic changes. Example, burning of oils. Next, physical properties. Physical properties of matter include color, hardness, malleability, solubility, electrical conductivity, density, melting point, and boiling point. For the element, color does not vary much from one element to the next. Example, folding of paper, evaporation, condensation of a substance, etc. Next, chemical property. Chemical property is a characteristic of a particular substance that can be observed in a chemical reaction. Some major chemical property include the flammability, toxicity, heat of combustion, pH value, rate of radioactive decay, and chemical stability. Example, rotting of fruits and vegetables, cooking of food and baking of cake, burning of paper, etc. Next, rusting. The process in which iron objects form a reddish-brown flaky substance on their substance when they come in contact with moisture and oxygen in the air is known as rusting. Next, question type, differentiate between the following. First part, number A, natural and artificial changes. Natural changes, changes that occur in nature are known as natural changes. Example, growth of plant or a baby. Next, artificial changes. Changes that are made to happen or caused by human activities are known as artificial changes. Example, cooking of food. Show the video cooking of food. Next difference, fast and slow changes. Fast changes, changes that take place in a very short period of time are known as fast changes. Example, burning of matchsticks. Example, show the video burning of oils. Next, slow changes. Changes that take place over a long period of time are known as slow changes. Example, growth of a baby into adult. Show the video, that is the growth of plant. Okay, next difference, reversible and irreversible changes. Reversible changes, changes that can be reversed, that is you can get back the original substance by changing the conditions that brought about the change, are known as reversible change. Example, melting of ice. Show the video melting of ice. Next, irreversible changes. Changes that cannot be reversed. That is, you cannot get back the original substance by changing the conditions that brought about the change, are known as irreversible changes. Example, cooking of rice. So the video cooking of rice, or others cooking of food. Next, difference, periodic and non-periodic changes. Periodic changes, changes that repeat after a fixed interval of time, are known as periodic changes. Example, change
in session. Show the video change in session. Next, non-periodic changes. Changes that do not repeat after a fixed interval of time and can occur anytime are known as non-periodic changes. Example, occurrence of cycle. Example, so the video occurrence of cyclones. Melting and freezing. Melting, the process in which a solid gets converted into its liquid state when heated, is known as melting. For example, when ice is heated, it melts to form water. Freezing, the process in which a liquid gets converted into its solid state when cold is known as freezing. For example, water is cold, it's freezed and turned back into ice. Boiling and evaporation. Number one point for boiling and evaporation. The process in which a liquid gets converted into its vapor state when heated at a particular temperature is known as boiling. The process in which a liquid gets converted into its vapor state is known as evaporation. Boiling occurs rapidly, whereas evaporation occurs slowly. Next point, point number 3, evaporation occurs at any temperature, whereas boiling occurs at a specific, that is particular temperature. Next question type, define the term change. Give any two example of a fast change. Change, that is the conversion of any substance from one form to another. Example of fast change, burning of matchsticks, occurrence of landslides and breakings of glass mirrors, etc. Next question, what is physical change? Give the examples. Changes in which no substance are formed are known as physical changes. Example, folding of paper, cutting of an iron rod into pieces, evaporation and condensation of substance. Next question, what is chemical change? Give the example. Changes in which new substances are formed are known as chemical changes. Example, rotting of fruits and vegetables, cooking of foods, baking of cake, burning of paper, etc. Next question, why do materials rust? When acidic substance including water come in contact with metals such as iron and or steel, rust begins to form. Rust is the result of corroding steel after the iron, that is Fe. Particles have been exposed to oxygen and moisture. Example, humidity, vapor, immersion. Okay. Next, give an example of physical change that show sign of a chemical change. For example, when you dissolve sugar in water, a physical change occurs. Okay, the form of sugar changes, but it remains the same chemically, sucrose molecule. However, when you dissolve the salt in water, the salt dissociated into it iron from NaCl into Na plus and Cl minus, that is cation and anion. So a chemical change occur. Next question, it is the very conceptual question. Burning of a candle is both a physical and chemical change. Why? When candle burn, ox is candle converts from solid into liquid. This is a physical change as it is a change in state of matter and can be reversed. However, wax near the flame burn and convert into carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide cannot be again converted
into wax. So this is a chemical change. So the video, it is a very important picture. Physical and chemical change both it occur. Okay. Next question distinguishes between exothermic and endothermic changes. Explain with the example. Exothermic changes in occur, that is, change in ways there is release of energy in the form of heat are known as exothermic changes. Example, burning of oils. So the video, burning of oils. Next, endothermic changes in which there is absorption of energy in the form of heat are known as endothermic changes. Example, cooking of food. So the video, cooking of food. Next question, a change can be desirable at one time or undesirable at another time. Justify this statement with example. Yes, for example, if you want to curd the milk when it will be desirable change, and if want to make a tea but the milk is curd at that time, you cannot able to make a tea. Hence, this case will be an undesirable change. Okay. Next question, list the characteristics of physical and chemical changes. Characteristics of physical changes. Number 1 point, no new substance with new property are formed. Number 2 point, it can be reversed by the simple physical methods. Number 3 point, it is temporary change. Number 4 point, no energy liberated. Number 5 point, change in colors, shape, size and state. Number 6 point, chemical properties of substance remaining the same. Next part, characteristics of chemical change. Number 1 point, new substance with new property are formed. Number 2 point, change cannot be resolved by simple physical method. Number 3 point, it is permanent change. Number 4 point, evolution of gas. Number 5 point, formation of a precipitate. Number 6 point, change in color. Number 7 point, change in temperature. Number 8 point, change in state. Next question, what are different indicators for a chemical change? Give example. The five indicators, that is, five conditions of a chemical change: color change, formation of a precipitate, formation of a gas, odor change, temperature change. Show the video in five indicator of a chemical change. Okay. Number one, production of gas. Number two, production of light. Permanent color change, formation of a precipitate. Number 5, temperature change. At first discuss, give the reason for the following: bursting of cracker in an exothermic change. Next, boiling is a physical change. All chemical changes are permanent. Rusting of iron is a chemical change. Now discuss the question. First question, bursting of cracker in an exothermic change. That is, bursting of cracker is an exothermic reaction, as when a cracker bursts, a large amount of heat energy is released and it explodes. So the example, strontium, barium, lithium, sodium, copper, calcium. Okay, that is chemical reaction for bursting of cracker. Okay, next question. Boiling is a physical change. Explain. Okay, boiling water is a physical change because the Gaseous water produced is chemically identical to the liquid water. That is, both of them have the same molecular structure of the water. Okay, show the picture. Okay, boiling of water. Next question: all chemical changes are permanent. Okay, chemical change is a permanent change because entirely new substance with new property are formed, and this change cannot be reversed. That is, no return the initial state. Okay, show the picture chemical changes. That is digestion, cooking. Okay, show the picture chemical change. That is the example of chemical changes. Okay, next question: rusting of iron is a chemical change. Explain. The lattice-bound deposit from on-iron objects is known as rust. The chemical reaction of rusting can be represented as iron, that is Fe plus oxygen O2 plus water H2O, form rust, that is hydride iron oxide Fe2O3 XH2O. That is a new substance formed out of the reaction. The color of the substance, that is surface area of the iron, also change. Okay, hence rusting of iron is a chemical reaction. Okay, my dear viewers, show the picture example of rusting. Okay, next question: give two example of physical change which are irreversible. Okay, two example, that is physical example, the physical change which is irreversible. Mainly physical change occur reversible. Now example irreversible. Okay, cutting glass or pulverizing a rock are example of irreversible physical changes. Chopping wood for a here also represents an irreversible physical change, since the pieces cannot put up together to form the tree. Okay, example of physical change, that is uh, cutting of orange or goats, slides, tomato, hair cutting. It is the irreversible physical change. Okay. Any query, please comment in box. Okay, my dear viewers, my dear students. Next question: how are the following changes different from each other? Changing of milk into curd, hot milk becomes cold water, cold milk. Okay. Now, difference between the changing milk into curd. Now, changing of milk to curd is a chemical change and cannot be reversed. Milk is converted into curd or earth by the process of fermentation. Milk is converted into curd by the help of bacteria called lactobacillus. Okay, show the picture this supporting the question. Okay, milk or curd. Okay, okay, next question: difference between hot milk becoming cold milk. Okay, hot milk becoming cold is due to the change in temperature. No change takes place in the chemical state. Okay, be it hot milk or cold milk, both are equally
healthy and nutrition. That is healthy food. Generally, people make their preference based on their weather and season. Okay, show the picture hot milk and cold milk. Okay, next question, give two examples each of physical and chemical changes. Okay, now example of physical change include cutting paper, melting butter, dissolving salt in water, and baking glass. Okay, a chemical change occur when matter is changed into one or more different type of matter. Example of chemical changes include rusting, fire, and cooking of food. Okay, next is magnetization of an iron nail a physical change. Explain. Magnetization of iron is a physical change and not a chemical change, as there is no change of state, no change of temperature, no smell, and no evolution of gas. It is because no chemical process in involved. That is, it is the physical change. Okay, no chemical process is involved. Okay, this is the one type of physical change. Explain evaporation as a physical change. Okay, the evaporation of water is a physical change. Okay, when water evaporates, it changes from a liquid state to the gaseous state, but it is still water. It has no change into one to another substance. Okay, that is, all change of state are physical change. Okay, that is the evaporation as a physical change. That is the initial to final substance also change the final substance change to the initial substance. That is the physical change. Okay, no intermediate change. Okay, what are the example for water cycle? Okay, explain the concept of energy changes in physical and chemical changes with example. Okay, for example, when solid dry ice evaporates, physical change. Carbon dioxide molecule absorb energy when liquid water becomes ice. Energy is released. Okay, that is, the energy change in chemical reaction result from breaking and forming of the bond. For bond to break, energy must be absorbed. When new bond form, energy will be released. Okay, show the example physical and chemical changes. That is, chemical changes example rusting, digestion, rotting, combustion, but the physical change example boiling, chopping, etc., melting, boiling, etc. Thank you, my dear viewers. Any query, please comment in box. Thank you.